Welcome to the deep dive. We take the research and boil it down for you. Today we're looking into the RC world, specifically what happened to a couple of really popular chargers. The DuraTrax Onyx 240 and 245. Yeah, I mean, if you were in the hobby for a while, you probably had one or at least saw them everywhere. The 240, that was your NIM-H go-to, right? And the 245, that was kind of the big step, introducing built-in balancing for lipos. Super important.
They really were workbench staples, weren't they? Just always
Yeah.
there, and then poof, gone. So our mission today is pretty clear. Figure out the official story, why DuraTrax pulled them, and probably more useful for you listening, what chargers out there now actually fill that gap.
Okay, let's start with that exit. All the sources seem to agree, the whole line 240, 245, even others like the 235, they're all officially discontinued. But it sounds like it wasn't because the chargers themselves were bad.
That's exactly right. That's the important part. It wasn't like a defect or anything. It was a very deliberate business move. DuraTrax basically decided to get out of the high-end charger game altogether.
Why, though? They seemed so popular.
Well, it got incredibly competitive, really crowded market. So they decided, let's focus our energy, our resources on things they were already known for, like tools, tires, pit gear, stuff with maybe more stable margins.
Makes sense from a business angle, but I'm guessing technology played a pretty big part in making that decision easier, right? There must have been some technical reason they were falling behind.
Oh, absolutely. And it really boils down to one single thing, interestingly enough, power. Specifically, the Onyx 245's output was capped at only 40 watts per channel.
40 watts. Okay, maybe that doesn't sound terrible at first, but where does that actually start to, become a real problem for users today?
It becomes a huge problem when you move up to the kind of models people run now. Think about those big 18 scale bashers, the ones running on 6S LiPo packs.
Right, high voltage stuff.
Exactly. So a 6S pack is 22.2 volts. Now,
That?
if you want to charge, say, a standard 5,000 milliamp hour 6S pack properly, meaning at the 1C rate, which is 5 amps for that battery.
1C for best speed and battery health.
Precisely. Well, volts times amps equals watts. So 22.2 volts times 5 amps. You need 111 watts. Let's call it roughly 126 watts to be safe with overheads. And the Onyx 245 stuck at 40 watts. So doing the math backwards, it could only push about, 1.6, maybe 1.8 amps into that 6S pack.
Oof. So charge times would be long.
Ridiculously long. We're talking well over an hour, maybe an hour and a half just for one pack. If you're out trying to bash or race, that's just, it's impractical. That 40-watt ceiling basically made it obsolete for serious modern use.
And when you look at what replaced them, the difference is just, it's huge. The chargers filling that space now, they're putting on 100 watts, sometimes over 200 watts per channel just on AC power.
It's easily 2.5 up to maybe 5 or 6 times the power. Plus, like you said, they handle newer battery types, LiHV, for instance, and they got nicer interfaces, color screens, all that. The whole game changed.
So the good news for listeners is better tech, potentially for similar money.
Pretty much, yeah. The new chargers stepping up, they offer way more power, way more features, often right around that original Onyx price point, maybe like $110 or so. We've kind of zeroed in on 2 main successors, depending on what you need.
Okay, let's break those down. So if someone wants the absolute most power, they run big packs, they want minimum charge time, what's the recommendation?
For pure power and future-proofing, you got to look at the Gens Ace iMars D300. That thing's a beast. 300 watts total AC power. It can push up to 16 amps on each channel, handle 6S easily. If you hate waiting for batteries, that's probably your charger.
Okay, max power. But what about someone who really liked the Onyx because it was just, solid and easy to use? They want the modern power, but maybe not all the bells and whistles, the sort of direct philosophical successor.
Right. For that user, the SkyRC T200 fits the bill perfectly. It gives you a solid 100 watts per channel, so 200 watts total on AC. Does 12 amps per channel. And it has that sort of simple vertical design. It's powerful, it's reliable, but it doesn't overcomplicate things. Very much in the spirit of the Onyx, just, updated.
So summarizing here, the Onyx legacy isn't really one single charger anymore. It's kind of split across this new generation of much more powerful units that you pretty much need for today's RC demands.
Exactly, which brings up kind of a final thought for you to chew on. Think about this.
Yeah.
You can now buy a charger that is light years ahead in power, going from 40 watts to 100 or even more per channel, plus all the new tech like IHV support and color screens for basically the same money the Onyx 245 used to cost. What does that huge leap in capability for the same price tell you about just how fast things are moving in RC electronics right now? It's pretty incredible when you stop and think about that pace of innovation.